fans, I'm not even going to attempt to lie to you. I'm not going to tell you a white lie. I'm not going to tell you a partial lie. The truth is, this is likely the worst season y'all will have in the last 5 years.
Shut up the Bills! It's not a house game! It's not a house game!
Yeah, we the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, we the Buffalo Bills. You better know that. Look how we throwing and catching, cause we are unstoppable, yeah. You better know that. Look how we running and hitting, cause we are unstoppable, yeah. Reppin' the mafia, yeah. Reppin' the mafia, Bills, mafia, yeah. You better know that. Look how we throwing and catching, cause we are unstoppable, yeah. You better know that. Look how we running and hitting, cause we are unstoppable, yeah. Homie, now listen, everyone play their position. Buffalo got a tradition. They say we tripping, they better get out our way. Top of the table, we flipping, we on a mission. Got an unstoppable team, continue to follow your dream by any means. Buffalo, get in the Super Bowl ring. Cause we the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, we the Buffalo Bills. You better know that. Look how we throwing and catching, cause we are unstoppable, yeah. You better know that. Look how we running and hitting, cause we are unstoppable, yeah. Reppin' the mafia, yeah. Reppin' the mafia, Bills, mafia, yeah. You better know that. Look how we throwing and catching, cause we are unstoppable, yeah. You better know that. Look how we running and hitting, cause we are unstoppable, yeah. Mafia up in your city, time to get gritty. Screaming and yelling, we bugging. Look at the red and blue.
This is an MVP year for Josh Allen. As an MVP voter, I said this last week. Josh Allen, he looks like an MVP. When you vote for MVP, and I can speak for myself, I think I'm one of 50 voters, you look at a couple things. Who's the best team in football? Who's the best player on that team in football? What do they look like as the best player on that team in football? And how much talent is around that best player on that best team in football?
Cause we the Buffalo.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Coast to Coast. I don't know why my face is mad big on the screen right now. I don't know. I guess we got to go with it. Um, yeah. So, welcome back to Coast to Coast. We are discussing the Buffalo Bills' upcoming match against the. Hey, Ting. That's my little niece, y'all. Um, we're getting ready to play the Colts this weekend. The Buffalo Bills come into this game with a record of 7-2. Uh, after completing the season sweep again of the Miami Dolphins. Real quick, I just want to recap that game before we get into this Indianapolis matchup. Well, we will be on the roads. The matchup with the Dolphins, I got to give the Dolphins a ton of credit. Dolphins played a very good game. Buffalo ends up winning on a 61-yard field goal by Tyler Bass. If you ask most people about that game particularly, they will tell you there was no reason to believe that he was going to make that. Tyler Bass has been shaky all year kicking the football. However, 61 yards away, man, in the fourth quarter. And yeah, he nailed it, man. He nailed it. Quick shout out to Jordan Poyer, who helped put us in that position with a boneheaded tackle attempt where he led, or pass breakup attempt, where he led with the crown of his head into the face mask of Keon Coleman. He actually hurt Keon on that play as well. But well, whatever. Well, not whatever, because Keon may not play Sunday, but without that play, it's an incomplete pass. We're most likely, we're punting it right there. Miami gets the football, and they had moved the football very, very well the entire game. There's no reason to believe that they may not have. There's no reason to believe that they wouldn't have been able to get it into field goal range and attempt a game winner of their own. So, credit to them for sure. Excuse me 1 second. Um, It's a little warm here. Yeah. So again, Tua played excellent. I gotta give the Dolphins their credit. Um, they outgained us in yards, 373 to 325. They did have a turnover, but so did we through an interception. Um, but Tua was 25 and 28, 231 yards, two touchdowns, no interceptions, 31. I think he had a fumble. They didn't call it a fall. He kind of bobbled a snap, which ended up leading to Gregory Rousseau's first. His sack of Tua. But I mean, just looking at the numbers, man, they should have beaten us this game. They got more first downs than us, 26 to 24. Um, Rushing yards, like it wasn't close, 31 attempts, 149 yards for it. A touchdown. We ran the ball 19 times, 24 yards. I mean, 19 times, 94 yards, no touchdowns. Um, Again, Tua with 25 of 28, 231 yards, two touchdowns, no interception. Josh Allen, 25 of 39, and 235 yards, three touchdowns, one interception. Um, the interception, I think that was, yeah, it came off of Keon's hands. He dropped it, and then Ramsey snatched it out of the air. So, yeah, great game by them. Um, they had time of possession, 31 minutes, 53 seconds, time, 28 of 28 minutes, 7 seconds. Um, yeah, I mean, look, great game. Tua kind of outplayed Josh Allen, to be honest. Um, yeah, he kind of, well, yeah, he kind of outplayed Josh Allen, but it was for naught because they end up losing anyway. Um, and that's got to be disheartening as a Dolphin fan to really go into Buffalo, give Buffalo your best with the full complement of your offensive weapons, and to still not be able to, mind you, the Buffalo Bills defense was a little banged up. I'm not saying that Miami's isn't, but um, their offense versus our defense, they should have won this game, but no. Kudos to the Bills, man, for just being able to make a couple of plays. Um, and yeah, so we'll put a bow on that. Josh Allen is now, I believe, he's undefeated against Jalen Ramsey since he came into the league, and Jalen Ramsey ran his mouth, said he wasn't that good. So um, this has become very interesting. Uh, and quick shout outs, man, on offense. Shout out to Ray Davis, 60, I think it's 66-yard touchdown, I believe. 63-yard touchdown, or receiving touchdown. Um, he didn't get a ton of attempts. He ran the ball 4 times for 20 yards, but that's still 5 yards of carry. It's pretty good. Um, Josh Allen, two carries, 7 yards. James Cook, 10 carries, 43 yards. He had a drop as well in this game, but but we're used to that now, aren't we? Kincaid, 4 receptions. Shakir, 6 receptions. Mac Hollins with a touchdown um, late in the game to, I want to say, tie it. I think it was, no, not tie it. I think that put us ahead by 7. I'm not completely positive, but at any rate, we took care of business, man. Stacks, like I said, we still have one. Kyrie Elam was shout out to him. He played very, very well, in my opinion. Had a fumble recovery. Uh, I thought he played pretty well in coverage. He did give up the long play to Tyreek Hill, but outside of that, I mean, Kyrie played well. So kudos to Kai. Kyer. Kudos to him. Um, and kudos to Josh Allen. Josh Allen is think kind of picking up right where he left off last year. Where are we at as far as yards? Let's see. So far, he has. All right, so we're at basically the halfway point. He's at 2,000 passing yards. So a little behind schedule in order to get to 4,000. He's at 17 passing touchdowns, which is good because if you double that, then you got 34. I think he's got 3 rushing tutties. Let's see. Where we at? Josh. Yes. So three rushing touchdowns. He only got 47 attempts through 9 games, which is like 5. That's pretty good. I think um he'll end up rushing for a career low if this continues. He'll be around 85 yards, somewhere around there. It's like 5 yards a game. So moving right along to the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts. What do I want to say about the Colts? Tough team, but first and foremost, I give them all the credit in the world. Indianapolis. Uh, you give the Colts a ton of credit. They are one of the better teams in the league. They are currently, the injury report is out, so we can take a look at that while we're here, right? You hear that baby in the background? Sit down. Okay. Indianapolis Colts. Let's get to it. Indianapolis Colts coming into this year after finishing last year, 1 game out of the playoffs, 1 game out of the what you want to call that, guys? 1 game out of first place in that division. They could have won it. They end up failing to convert on the 4th down late against the Texans. Texans win. Texans go to the playoffs. Colts lose. Colts go home. They are coming into this game with 4-5 record, coached by Shane Steichen. Um, Starting quarterback is going to be Joe Flacco. They sat Anthony Richardson a couple weeks ago. They sat him permanently for the rest of the years as barring injury or whatever. But again, 4-5. They are on a 2-game skid. Where excuse me, they lost to the Houston Texans. Yes, Tate. Come here. Come here. Come on. Say hi. Say hi. Okay. So the Houston Texans come in. Houston Texans. I'm sorry. The Indianapolis Colts guys. The Colts come in 4-5, coming off of 2 losses in a row. Um, hey, go see mommy. Go see your mommy. Go ahead. All right. Yeah, so they lost to the Texans a couple weeks ago. 20-23, same score as we had with the Texans, which is kind of annoying. They can't keep getting away with this. And then last year they lost a heartbreaker, 21-13 against the Minnesota Vikings. I went back and watched that game. I thought that the Colts played pretty well offensively. Flacco was a little off, but ultimately Minnesota's defensively is so good. They really made things difficult for the Colts. But I think they're a solid team. Offensive line has suffered some injuries. The secondary hasn't really been good. But they do bring in a full complement of weapons. Jelani Woods at tight end, um, Josh Downs in the slot, Michael Pittman Jr. at one wideout, and Adonai Mitchell at the other wideout, the standout wide receiver from Texas University. So those gentlemen will be the weapons. Oh, and I almost forgot, guys. How could I forget? Jonathan freaking Taylor, the guy that burned us for like 1,000,000 yards a couple years ago. We get an opportunity to go back against him. He looked very good against the Vikings. He looked good the week before against the Texans as well. He's extremely strong. He runs hard. He's an excellent receiver out of the backfield, and he's incredibly shifty. It's difficult to get a good clean hit on him unless he's trying to navigate his way through other tackles. Somebody's already kind of stood him up or slowed him down or impeded him. You may get a shot at a clean lick at a clean hit at Jonathan Taylor. But one thing I will say about this offense is that they're starting their starting center is going to be out, I believe. Don't take my word for it. Let me look at this injury report. Okay. How did this not load yet? Well, that's annoying. Joe, somebody jump in the chat, man, and let me know if y'all hear this little girl making all of this noise. Yikes. Okay, Michael Pittman. Practice notes. Michael Pittman, Colts in the battles. Oh, he's got a back injury. That's not good. No, Blaine, no. Um, oh my God. 1 second. Oh, had to be out of warranty. He's still there. Okay. All right. Now, no, that's ours. All right. We did all that jumping around just to get to their injury list and to find out they hadn't posted one. The only one that's up here is the Buffalo Bills. Why do we always do the things the right way? That, well, I don't know. Well, good on us, right? Good on us. Anyway, uh, so yeah, a couple things I want to point out about the Colts. I already talked about the weapons. Obviously, Quentin Nelson, star left guard, and they have a pair of tackles who I think are potentially some of the best in the league. I really, really like these guys, Bernard Raymond and Braden Smith. I believe Braden Smith went to Minnesota. I think he went to Minnesota. I believe so. Uh, very, very good, very, very good player. At the tight ends, where's Jelani? Oh, Jelani Woods must be hurt. So you got Mo Ali Cox and his kid Colin Glanson. He made a couple plays for them. Um, I already mentioned the wide receivers and all of that. Joe Flacco is the quarterback. He is, I think, he's about 59 right now. He'll be 70 by the time this game is over. On defense, excellent front seven. Quiddy Pay and Dio Bingo. I don't know how to say this guy's name, but he's very solid. Like I remember it. He's very, very good. DeForest Buckner and Grover Stewart in the middle. First round pick Latu is the reserve behind Quiddy Pay. I think he plays a lot. I'm pretty sure he plays a lot. Isaiah Land, the Alabama A&M standout? No, not Alabama. He went to an HBCU. He was a standout there. Very, very good player. He's a reserve defensive end. Raekwon Davis, another guy that Bills fans should be familiar with. He is he was the long time nose tackle for the Miami Dolphins. I think he'd been there for like 3 or 4 years or whatever. Um, what else we got? Oh my God, the thing is going right through. What's going on with that? Weird. Is there something I'm doing wrong? It's weird. Anyway, uh, yeah. Then they have the kid out of Northwestern, um, Adebaware Adetomiwa. I probably screwed that up. Definitely the last name. We used to call him Double A. Out of Northwestern, freakish athlete, like 6'2", 290 pounds, and ran like a 4.4, something crazy like that. He was a dog. Linebacker is another area where they are super, super, super talented. EJ Speed and Zaire Franklin. Zaire Franklin, I believe, is an all pro. Believe he was an all pro at some point in his career. Um, the other linebacker spot they have Grant Stewart. Never heard of him. Segun Olube. I've heard of him. Cameron McGrone, don't know that guy. At corner now, Samuel Womack III and Jalen Jones. No, not that Jalen Jones. Not that Jalen Jones. It's a different Jalen Jones, guys. Nickel, this guy's pretty good. Kenny Moore, the second. And then the safeties, Julian Blackman and Nick Cross. And the backup safety is one of the backup safeties, Ronnie Harrison Jr., kid out of Ohio State that I took a look at for Buffalo. I'm glad to see him land with a team. He's a solid prospect. Um, but yeah, that's the Colts roster. From the standpoint of what do they do offensively and defensively, let's take a look. We're always going to go with DVOA. I think that is the best way to judge um, the overall efficiency of a team. So they are ranked 17th offensively, which is kind of low in my opinion for the talent they have. But I'm gonna base a lot of that off of injuries, poor play at the quarterback position from Anthony Richardson at times, and I think Jonathan Taylor was hurt as well, so he missed some games. But 17th overall, I think they'll get better. Obviously, they're in my opinion a good team, and defensively. Um, they are ranked 19th according to DVOA. Uh, whereas Buffalo, and that's strange too. But I know that they have suffered some injuries along that defensive line. The corners, honestly, outside of Kenny Moore, are not really that good. They're young and unproven, things like that. I get all of that, but they're not very good. Um, what else you got? Uh, so Buffalo, from a DVOA standpoint, is ranked second on offense and seventh in defense, which is very good. So obviously, the Bills should be favored in this game. I'm not exactly sure about the line right now, but I will tell you that the Bills should be favored. And if we're not, ah, ooh, then that's a problem. Um, but ultimately, I think this is a game that we should win. We are a better team now. We are facing some injury issues. Um, okay, that's not it. There we go. Well, that ain't it either. And that ain't it. So, injury reports, injury reports. There we go. Let's try this one more time. So I tried to get a guess, man. But it ended up not working out. And if you guys do play around with YouTube or TikTok or whatever, there is a guy who does he sings a song for the uh, the Colts every week, and I just think I just think it's hilarious, man. Um, you know, he he just talks about he just sings this song, and it's pretty funny. It's just I'm gonna pull it out. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. For the shoe song. Find it. Whoa. Where's money? Yes, where's money? For the shoe, folks. All right, I'm trying to. I don't think he did it yet for the Bills. Let's see. No, he doesn't have it for. Wait, this is okay. So he hasn't released his week. He hasn't released it yet. The song, but I am gonna play the one for week one. So, like the hit, here it go. All right, folks. Here we go.
This is our Colts. This is our team. We bleed blue. This is our Colts. Whether win or lose, we love them. For the shoe, beat the Jags. Let the world hear us now. This is our team. Go Colts.
I thought that was pretty funny. Then he does he started to add stuff to it, let's figure I share that with you because we don't have. I mean, we do have a song, Buffalo. We have a song, but it's not like that. Y'all know the song. Y'all know what it is. The Bills make me wanna kick my hands up and throw you back in. Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. I'm not gonna sing the rest, but anyway, yeah. So, I thought that was pretty funny. The Colts guy, he has a song. He hasn't released it for the Bills yet, but when he does, I may do another live just to play that. Um, yeah, and so I was able to find the Colts injury report. Zaire Franklin did not practice. Michael Pittman did not practice. Raymond and Smith, the tackles, they were full practices. So, whatever. Uh, now on our side, Keon Coleman did not practice. Amari Cooper, limited practice. Gilliam, limited practice. Curtis Samuel, limited practice. And Kaya Elam with a limited practice. Kaya played one game. He's already hurt, but whatever. Everybody else is on the injury list for Buffalo. Was a full participant in practice. We're going to keep monitoring that Keon Coleman situation with the injury. And as news comes out, we'll put it out. In other news, though, the Bills made some moves to trade with the trade deadline. Just passing earlier this week. The Bills released Mike Edwards, who in turn ended up signing with the Tennessee Titans. So good luck to him. He's going to get a chance to play. Great. I'm sorry it didn't work out for you here, my brother, but go forth and be great. We are definitely rooting for you. to play because you didn't play while you were here. So, yeah, the Bills did not make any trades, and we did not. Bean was not cooking anything up, even though there's a ton of speculation around a few players. What we did do was bring back two guys that got cut from their teams that they were on that are familiar with this team, this locker room, as coaching staff. Quentin Jefferson, defensive tackle, formerly with the Jets. He was with Seattle. He was with us. He's back. He will be coming in to play a little bit of three tech, and then one of the fan favorites, Jordan Phillips. He's back as well. Um, the big man comes back. He has been god awful against the run, but I like him in a role where he is playing three tech versus playing anything else, right? Uh, so, you know, this is good. We haven't gotten a ton of production out of Daquan Jones, Quentin Morris, gosh, what is this guy's name? The backup one tech. Of course, this is the 1 week he's not on the injury report. Well, anyway, I can't remember his name. Austin Johnson. Austin Johnson. So Austin Johnson has not, done a ton either, and Oliver's not having the year I expected him to have. So we're gonna need some help. One of the problems with the Miami game is we couldn't get to the quarterback. We couldn't get enough interior pressure. When it comes to pressures and pass rush win rate, things like that, Gregory Rousseau was one of the best in the league. Like he's doing very, very well. AJ Epinesa is pretty good as well. Um, but we just need that interior pressure. So they brought in two defensive tackles. That should help. That should get us to where we want to be, um, as far as the pass rush is concerned. Now, to the actual game. Um, I had the Bills losing this game at the start of the year. I no longer have the Bills losing this game. I think the Bills will find a way to win. I think I overestimated how good the young man Anthony Richardson would be under a full off season and 9 weeks of Shane Steichen. I thought that the young man would come in and play very, very well, or at least have the capability to do so. He will not be playing, barring injury. Joe Flacco is going to be starting. Joe Flacco is always going to give you opportunity because he's going to throw the football. Another thing that's going to happen with Joe Flacco is Joe Flacco is not going anywhere. So wherever he drops back, that's where he's at. So um, interior pressure is going to be vital this game because he's not mobile. If you can get to him, you can put them in long down situations. You effectively take Jonathan Taylor out of the game as a rushing option, and that is something that ultimately we probably may want. I would think we may want to do that. I don't know, but I definitely want to take Jonathan Taylor out of the game, and if we can do that, we're going to be just fine. Um, and yeah, so I have us beating. I have us beating the Colts. Um, if I had to pick a score, I'm not sure. I think I need to know. I need to know who's playing first. Like out of these guys that are injured, I know Keon's probably out, most likely. But is Curtis Samuel playing? I don't know. Do I want Curtis Samuel to play? Probably not. Uh, Amari Cooper, limited practice. Reggie Gilliam, limited practice. Those guys, Kai Elam, limited practice as well. Christian Benford was a full practice, so Kai is going to be resting and getting better from the bench. Um, yes, I do feel like we should win this game. I do feel like the Colts just I don't know if they have enough. And don't get me wrong, Jonathan Taylor's a dog. and so is that defense. But Michael Pittman didn't practice for them boys. Like Zaire Franklin, standout middle linebacker, did not practice for him either. I mean, we're gonna monitor that to see how it looks Friday, whether they make a determination on these guys' game status. So we will definitely see. They have three tackles on the injury report. So that's definitely a weak spot. We should be attacking. Get very, very physical with their tackles, guys. Their offensive tackles. Be very, very physical. Force them to work, tire them out, and then abuse them late in the game. That would be ideal. Uh, Terrell Bernard, full practice. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Christian Bernard, Christian Benford. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Uh, and quarterback Josh Allen. All full participants. Super, super awesome. Everybody's awesome. But ultimately, we need to win this game. We need to win this game because we want to keep pace with the Kansas City Chiefs. Not, and when I say keep pace, I don't mean like we're neck and neck with them. But if we want to have a shot at the 1 seed, you got to beat the Chiefs when they come and play, and you gotta not take losses, right? Because you need them to lose at least two. And one of those losses has to be has to be Buffalo. They're able to get that done. We're cooking with gas. We are in great freaking shape. Um, and yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens going forward throughout the rest of the week with the injuries and things like that. There is a rumor going out about Micah Hyde coming back to save this team. I don't see that happening. If they decided to bring him back, it would be just to kind of talk to him or coach these guys up a little bit or something like that. Um, whatever. But I'm going to call it a day. I believe that's and I ran through what we did and what we finished up with, and now what we've what we got looking what we're looking forward to on Monday. Sunday at what time is the game? Oh, 1 o'clock. Okay, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. We got a 1 o'clock game. Uh, I think we're gonna take this game. It's in Indianapolis, and I'm sorry guys, but Josh Allen plays so much better in the dome. He is absolutely electric in the dome, so that should be fun. Um And then, man, their schedule doesn't get any easier, right? The Lions have us after taking on Houston and Minnesota back to back. They play Buffalo. Then they got the Jets, the Detroit Lions, and the New England Patriots before the bye week, their bye. And yeah, here we are. So yeah, I got the Bills taking this game. If I'm gonna give you a score prediction, I would say 19 to 19 to 10. 19-10. Um, hopefully the defense that's probably stupid. That's a dumb no, I'm taking that back. That's a dumb, dumb, dumb prediction. It's a lazy prediction. So we'll go with I don't believe that either one of these defenses is going to be able to do enough to stop the other team consistently. So I'm gonna go with a higher score. I'm gonna go with Buffalo 34, the Indianapolis Colts 27. So I got us coming out of here with a 7 point dub. I think it might actually be worse than that. I think it might be like, you know, 34, 10, whatever. But with that being said, listen, if you hopped on and you thugged it out with me this long, I see 81 of y'all. I appreciate it. And shout out to Do Champions, man. Shout out to everybody. Um, it's a pleasure to do this as often as I'm able to. But you know, there's a time that comes where it has to end, and this is the time because at this point I'm just rambling, and I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste mine either. I want to go to sleep, guys. That's what I want to do. Um, but yeah, I got us beating the Colts. I got us going into that game against the Chiefs the following week. 9 and yeah, that will put us at 9-2, or no 8. Yeah, we will be going into 8-2. Look at that! I'm predicting already. You know what time it is with the Colts, man. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna close out here, and yeah, you guys have a great night, man. Thank you all for pulling up. If you pulled up, um, but of course you pulled up, because if you didn't, you wouldn't know what I'm talking about right now. But thank you anyway. And on the way out, we'll play a little something, something. Appreciate everybody for pulling up. Thank you, thank you, thank you one more time. And we will catch you next week, hopefully after a Bills win on Sunday. Go Bills.